So why was I thinking about him when Pam Bondi was here? Why was I thinking about this guy? Because he represents a type. It's not going to be identical to each time. Like history echoes. It's going to be structurally similar, but it's not going to be identical, right? The legalist, loyalist figure frames repression as order, frames loyalty as virtue. We saw both of those on display today. Frames opposition as illegitimate. We've seen her do that a bunch of times. She's calling Antifa the fascist now. She's calling Antifa terrorists. Everyone's a domestic terrorist if they say anything against her dear leader. She uses institutional tools to shield executive power. That's what she does every day. She brings her burn book. She's spying on Congress people. She's got their search history on her desk while she answers questions. I don't think they should allow her to bring anything next time. They speak in procedural language. She said, "You're a loser. You're not even a lawyer." She said that to a congressperson today on television. But here's the paradox. They present themselves as defenders of legality. We're simultaneously expanding the power of the executive beyond traditional constraint. They don't believe in legality. They believe in power for their friend. The guy who, it's always the one guy. It's always that one guy. For Farinacci, it was Mussolini. There's also Carl Schmidt. He was the German legal theorist of the same era. He wrote that sovereign is he who decides the exception. Sound familiar to that, Mr. Schmidt? Carl Schmidt was the legalist, loyalist, and he normalizes the exception. That's what we think about Donald Trump all the time. It's an exception. This is totally different. This is totally weird. Sovereign is he who decides the exception. If you get to decide the exception, then law and order doesn't apply to you. Emergency becomes the routine. Immunity becomes protection. Accountability becomes political attack. This isn't... See, not everything requires jackboots, right? A lot of it's going to require just lawyers, and they have that. And that's why I want to bring up next Roy Cohn. That's Roy Cohn right there. That weird-looking guy. Oh, that weird-looking guy is Donald Trump. The other guy is Roy Cohn. That weird-looking guy sitting next to Roy Cohn is Donald Trump. Roy Cohn, he was also after dark. Roy Cohn was also a really bad guy. You know what he did? He was the U.S. attorney during the Rosenberg trial. He murdered Ethel Rosenberg. He was chief counsel to Senator Joseph McCarthy. If you remember who Joseph McCarthy was, he was the guy who led the House on the House on American Activities, House on American Activities Committee. He made sure that if he was the one that said, "Are you or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?" That was Joseph McCarthy during the Red Scare. And then, after he was Joseph McCarthy's personal guy, his murdering bastard of a lawyer, he became Donald Trump's personal lawyer. Taught him everything he knew. They made a whole movie about it. They call it The Apprentice. Cohn perfected this. He perfected Carl Schmitt's and Roberto Farinacci's methods the American way. His method was pretty easy. Legal aggression as political strategy. Attack your accuser. Deny everything. Never concede error. Turn investigation into persecution. It's like the playbook's right there. Attack your accuser, deny everything, never concede error, turn investigation into persecution. That was Donald Trump's personal lawyer, taught him everything he knew. This guy stayed at Mar-a-Lago, lived at Mar-a-Lago when he contracted HIV and AIDS.